You too can reach over 1685% of non-followers for your fitness and nutrition coaching on Instagram. Keep watching to find out how. Hey, I'm Brian. I'm a social media manager and marketer who helps fitness and nutrition coaches get consistent clients from Instagram. So, how do you do this? How do you reach 1685% of non-followers, which includes your potential clients on Instagram? That's by doing a Super Saiyan challenge. You got me. I'm a Dragon Ball Z fan. So, a Super Saiyan challenge, what is it, you may ask? A Super Saiyan challenge is simply a challenge where you post 3 times as much as you normally would on a daily basis. However, this is only restricted to attraction content, or you can also call it growth content, because you're practically growing your brand awareness, you're growing your visibility, you're reaching more people, you're posting reels and short reels so that you reach more audiences. More people means more eyeballs out of them, at least 10% should be your ideal clients, right? So that's what you're doing. Yeah, you're going to do this for 2 weeks straight, 7 days a week, 3 posts a day. It can be about 5 to 7 to 10 second reels. Let me give you a structure. It's a B-roll reel. It has to have the hook, then an introduction of who you are, because people don't know who you are. Your non-followers don't know who you are. So you gotta have an introduction, and then at the end you gotta give a reveal. So structure that within 5 to 10 seconds, max 12 I've gone so far. I'll talk about the statistics later on in the video. So that's what you have to do. And this is Document with Diamond episode 3. I said that in episode 3 of Document with Diamond social media marketing, I would talk about what I missed in episode 2, which was the marketing psychology which made Ted, my ideal client, a fitness coach or a strength coach, follow my stories for 5 days straight. Now let me break that down for you. How it starts is, first, the prospect or the lead or the potential client gets attracted by your feed content, which means the content that you post, preferably the reels, the non-follower. He was a non-follower of mine. So he got attracted by my attraction content or my growth content or the Super Saiyan challenge. So it was within that time period that he followed my stories. It was during the second week. So after 1 week of posting 3 attraction content pieces a day, or 3 short form B-roll reels a day for 1 week, so that was 21 pieces of content, I got one ideal client or ideal client avatar to follow my stories. And this is how it works. They first get attracted by your feed content or content on your feed or on their feed. Let's say it pops up to them as suggested for you. I'll get into more detail on that in a little bit. Then they go to your stories. They watch your stories, try to get a little more feel of who you are, what you do, and if they would like to learn from you or buy from you. And after that, the third step, which is a logical step, is they DM you or they react to your story in some way, which in turn prompts you to DM them. So it gives you a chance to have an organic conversation. It's not a cold DM where you're just randomly messaging someone. They messaged you or they reacted to your story and then you carry on the conversation. So that's how that works. And the last step of this funnel is you send them a link to get on a call with you, either a discovery call, a strategy call, or if you already have some products that you can sell, you send them a link to purchase that product. So that's how this marketing psychology works. This is what I was supposed to talk about in episode 2, but I kind of overlooked it. So here it is in episode 3. Now, let's talk about what happened during this week after my 2 weeks of Super Saiyan challenge in my Diamond Instagram Accelerator. Let's talk about what exactly happened in the next week and how I'm moving forward towards creating a consistent content strategy. My intention was to start this off and gain attraction, gain more eyeballs and more visibility onto my account, build my brand awareness, so to speak. So that's what the intention was with this Super Saiyan challenge. And I did this for 2 weeks. And after that, I have to continue with a consistent content strategy, because like I mentioned in episode 2, attraction content is to attract eyeballs onto you, and then you have to nurture and sell to them. You cannot just post any one of the A and S strategy. You have to incorporate all three. So now, while I'm devising and trying to figure out or trying to craft my ideal strategy, my personalized strategy for my account to attract my ideal audience, I took a week. I thought let's do another 2 weeks. So this week, which I did, and the next week, I will only post, instead of 3, I'll post 1 piece of attraction content, because it's easy for me to create it. It takes me about 10-15 minutes maximum to create that and schedule it, and 30 minutes to do the engagement. So that's about 45 minutes spent on Instagram for my business a day. I can spend the rest of the day doing whatever and spending time with family and whatnot. So that's that. What I did was I experimented, because social media is all about experimenting, seeing what works and what is most likely to work. So I tried posting 1 nurture content. I posted 1 nurture content as a reel, even though I have no followers from my ideal audience. I thought it's going to go to non-followers. Let's try it out. Let's shoot my shot and see what happens. And what happened was, in the beginning, it got a lot of watch time, average watch time, and then it came up to 59.4%. That was also good. Anything above 50% is good. It means if you put out a 10-second reel, a stranger is watching 5 seconds of that, they're spending 5 seconds of their precious and valuable time on your content. So that's great that I got a 59.4% average watch time. But now it came down to 11 seconds out of 72, which is 15.28%. So that indicates to me, and that gives me insight, and it's basically like a litmus test where I'm testing out the waters to see what works and what doesn't. So now I have understood that it doesn't work, and it's no point for me to put out nurture content at this very moment, because I don't have any followers from my ideal audience, which are you guys, fitness and nutrition coaches, watching this. So what I've decided is to continue this attraction content, 1 piece a day for another week, while I devise my consistent content strategy. And then I will transition into adding about 3 attraction pieces a week, 2 nurture and 1 sales. Because if you don't do that, people are going to think that you're wasting your time on Instagram, that you're not a real business, that you're not there to help someone, right? So that's what your profile has to reflect, your goals. And if my goals are to help people and make money off of it, I have to reflect that in my content. Now let's get on with the analytics of all the reels I posted since the 6th of January, especially attraction reels and that 1 nurture reel. All right, let's get on with it. Okay, so I have posted 50 reels, including, that is 49 attraction content pieces and 1 nurture content. So the nurture content was above 1 minute, it was 1 minute 12 seconds, so 72 seconds. And the attraction content was maximum 12 seconds. And out of all this, I've done the math and I've given it in my notes. I will just give you the cliff notes or the highlights of this. So my highest watch time was 11 seconds on a 7-second reel, which came out about 157.14%. That's freaking amazing. Then let's go to 1 reel, got a 57.14% watch time. However, it has more than 1,000 views or plays. One of them has 54.54% watch time, average watch time, but it has 1 save, which means it's savable, which means when I attract and build an audience of my ideal clients, then there will be more saves and preferably shares. One got 42.85% average watch time, and that has over 1,200 plays or views. Then another one, 58.33%, 1.4K views. Then one more 71.43% average watch time and 1.6k views. 50%, 1k views. The lowest watch time was that nurture content which I mentioned about. That is 15.28%. Even though it's not attraction, I added it just to show you that even adding the lowest, which was a nurture content, which is not supposed to be added with attraction content, I got a pretty high average watch time out of 50 reels. One particular reel had 11 seconds on an 8-second reel, so that is a 137.5% average watch time. And the best part about this is that it has 3 shares, which means it's highly shareable content, which means that if it reaches my ideal audience or fitness and nutrition coaches for that matter, they will share it. Which means this is what Adam Mosseri says, the head of Instagram, that Instagram prioritizes sends over saves, which means a send is a share basically. I'm sending it to someone, I'm sharing it to someone. That's basically what it is. On an average of 50 reels, my total average watch time is 68.49%, including that nurture reel, which was 15.28%. So that just goes to show that B-roll reels and short form content or attraction content reaches a lot of non-followers, and it gets you a high enough watch time, which means people are getting the message, or at least getting most of the message. In my opinion, anything above 50% is a green light, because people are spending 5 seconds out of 10 to watch your content, to watch something that you created, whatever it is. I'm pretty sure it's beautiful, I'm pretty sure it's valuable, but when they watch over 50%, it means that it's something good, right? That's what I feel. What do you think? Answer in the comments below. That's about it for this episode, Document with Diamond Social Media Marketing episode 3. So I will wrap this up here. I would really appreciate it if you leave a like and subscribe if you want to see more content like this, and share it to a fitness and nutrition coach if you have anyone in your friends list. Peace.